Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. In case you didn't know, I have a lot of fragrances. And the reality is, obviously, I can't wear them all. You know, there's only so many days in the year, so many hours in a day, so many times you can change your fragrance out throughout the course of the day. And I saw a few guys do this, and I wanted to jump on it because it's a very interesting topic. I have at least 1,000 fragrances. It's probably a little over 1,000. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. It's a lot. But out of all these fragrances that I have, what are the fragrances that I wear the most? What are the 10 that I'll probably reach for more than any others in my collection? Interesting topic. You want to hear what I got? Or what would make that list for me? Let's get into it. YouTube, what's good, man? It's your guy, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy, the Fashion and Fragrance channel. Subscribe to the channel if you like hearing about fashion and fragrance related content. So out of all 1,000 bottles that I have in my collection, what 10 fragrances do I wear the most? Well, first of all, before I even get into that, let me say this. Soon, guys, I'm going to do a full collection video. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, what's going to be the most efficient way to do it. Once I figure that out, I'm going to do a full collection video. And once I get that video out, I'm actually going to be doing a sale of some kind. I'm going to be selling some bottles, and I'm also going to be doing some decants. Pretty much everything I have in my collection, almost, will be at least on the list to do decants. Again, that's something else I got to figure out how I'm going to do this, because if I have a high demand, I don't have that much help to get the decants out. But I'll figure out a creative way to do it. But, you know, I'm going to share these fragrances with you guys, you know, so I'll probably have the best, you know, prices that you can find anywhere for decants. I'll make sure of that. But I got to offload some of this stuff, man. So that'll be coming soon. So the 10 fragrances that I wear the most, I'm going to run the intro. When I come back, we'll jump into it. Keep it locked right here.
The Bowtie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. Now, the first fragrance that I have on this list today is a fragrance from the House of Creed, and it's this one, Aventus Cologne. Aventus Cologne. I rock this a lot. Now, there are a few reasons behind that, and I want to discuss it with you guys. Number one, it's easy to wear. It smells phenomenal. All right. And I talked about this fragrance recently. This is a very versatile fragrance. And it's one of those fragrances that's what I call easy grab and go. Regardless of where I'm going, regardless of what I'm going to be doing, I know that this fragrance is going to work. I know that it's going to smell good to most people that I come into contact with. So again, it's something that I don't have to think a lot about. I can just grab it, throw it on, and know I'm going to be set for the day. Now, the original Creed Aventus would be on this list, but in reality, I don't wear it as much now because the bottle that I have, I'm trying to hold on to it. So again, I'm not bragging, but that batch I have, from what I understand, is a very great batch. It's 17N01, and I only got about half of a bottle left. And after that, I know the prices on any other 4-ounce bottle of Creed is going to be astronomical, you know, so I'm trying to kind of hold on to that. So the original Aventus probably would have been on this list, but honestly, because I haven't been wearing it as much because I'm trying to hold on to it, that's another reason why I wear this one so much. But it's definitely one that is on this list. I mean, you can see the dent in the bottle. Out of all those fragrances that I have, I wear this a lot. So the first fragrance from the House of Creed that gets a lot of use in my collection is Aventus Cologne. All right, the next fragrance on the list, it could have something to do with that whole thing, or that I just talked about, or it could just be that I love this kind of scent DNA. But this fragrance comes from the house of Roja Parfums, and this is Elysium, the Parfum Cologne concentration. Nice dent in this bottle as well. It's all the way down to here. And for me, that's really saying something. Again, I'm not bragging, but I have a lot. So any fragrance in my collection that has this kind of dent, it's obviously an indicator. I wear it a lot. So this Elysium is kind of the same story line from Creed, Aventus, Cologne. Same thing. Easy to wear. Grab and go. Most places I go, appropriate, inoffensive. Most people are going to like the way it smells. Kind of has this the scent DNA of Creed, Aventus a little bit. So I wear it a lot. I love this stuff. Gets a lot of compliments, the whole nine. So definitely one that is high up on my list of fragrances that I wear quite often. So the second fragrance from the house of Roja Parfums, this is none other than Elysium. All right, guys. Now the second fragrance that I want to, the third fragrance, I'm sorry, that I want to talk about. This was for a long time considered to be my absolute favorite fragrance. It's still in my top tier, obviously, but this would probably be my most beloved fragrance. Probably a fragrance that a lot of people will associate with me on YouTube. It's one of the first fragrances that I gave a lot of love to, and it's from the house of Creed as well. This is Original Santal. Original Santal. Now, this is a 4-ounce bottle. And for those of you that are new to fragrances, this is not a fake bottle because Creed used to make their fragrances in 4-ounce bottles. They have recently, I think around 2019, somewhere around there, they went to the 3.3-ounce bottles, but this was standard for a long time, the 4-ounce bottle. Now, this batch that I have is like 15C, 15Z01, right? So this is my second bottle of Original Santal. I love this fragrance. Again, I talked a lot about it. It's another fragrance that is just really easy to wear for almost any setting. And that's something that you'll probably see that's a resounding theme on this list. A lot of these fragrances are just easy to wear, man. And, you know, they're grab and go approved. And I've talked about what grab and go approved is before. But that's usually the fragrances that you're going to reach for the most. The ones that you don't have to think a whole lot about, because a lot of people that have massive collections will tell you the more you have, sometimes the harder it is, ironically, to find something to wear. So you'll usually just kind of reach for something where you're like, all right, I don't have to think a whole lot today. Let me just grab this and go. So from the house of Creed, one of my favorites of all time, this is Original Santal. This next fragrance will probably come as no surprise to a lot of you out there because, again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but same rules apply here as the previous fragrances. This is such a mass appealing fragrance. It's from the house of Chanel, and this is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Bleu de Chanel Parfum, this bottle is all the way down to here. And I have Bleu de Chanel EDT, Eau de Parfum, and the Parfum, and all three of the bottles are at least down to here, if not further. So it's a scent that I wear a lot. I love to wear it to work, a lot of casual situations. I mean, again, you name it, there's not a bad time to wear this fragrance. And again, the Parfum is my favorite of the three. But at the end of the day, EDT, EDP, Parfum, they all work. So definitely one that, you know, I get my usage out of for sure. All iterations of it. If you put them all together, I'll be on probably my second bottle. But anyway, the house of Chanel, this gets massive rotation in my collection. This is Bleu de Chanel Parfum. All right, this is a fragrance that I've gotten more recently in the collection, but again, the dent will not, lie, or it will confirm the fact that I wear it a lot, and I've talked about it a lot, from the house of Maison Eau de Gingembre. Again, for me, that's a nice dent to say I got it at some point in time last year. I wear it a lot. It is the winter time. To me, this is more of a spring, summer fragrance, but it's so vibrant and so uplifting. Sometimes I wear it even when it's cooler outside. And I have worn it in the fall and the winter once or twice. Now, again, we get to the summertime. By the time we get through spring and summer next year, this bottle is probably going to be at least halfway gone, if not more. I love this fragrance. Ginger is a very uplifting and invigorating note. It's kind of spicy, but at the same time, there's kind of a citrusy nuance to it as well to my nose. But anyway, it is amazing. The scent, the name of it translates to ginger water. So I've talked about it a lot. If you guys have not tried it, if you like, clean fragrances, uplifting, vibrant fragrances, this is one you got to check out, man. From the house of Maison, this is Eau de Gingembre. All right, guys, the next fragrance on the list is one that I probably will take credit for, or if you want to say blame or whatever word you want to utilize, for talking about this fragrance a lot because I love it. I love to talk about things that I love. And this fragrance comes from the house of Bond number 9, and this is Lafayette Street. Lafayette Street again. I don't want to sound like a broken record, guys. I mean, really, most of these fragrances on this list have the same rationale behind why I wear the fragrance so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the more occasions, the more situations, the more seasons, and the more reasons that I feel comfortable wearing a fragrance. And again, the whole idea of having so many and having fragrances that you don't have to really think a lot about is just like, yeah, let me grab this and get out of here, contributes to a lot of these fragrances again being on this list. I love this fragrance. You know what I mean? Again, it's just one of those fragrances that, regardless of what I'm doing, I know I'm going to smell good when I walk out the door with Lafayette Street on. So good, man. Again, I've talked about it a lot, so check it out. It's from the house of Bond number 9. This is Lafayette Street. All right, this next fragrance holds a special place in my heart, and although it's not, I guess, by most people's standards as practical or as mass appealing as a lot of these others, I still wear it quite often. I find occasions to wear this fragrance from the house of Frederic Malle, Portrait of a Man. Portrait of a Lady, of course, is the real name, but I just call it Portrait of a Man because I'm a man and I wear it a lot. Love this fragrance. Patchouli, incense, and rose. Dominique Ropion composed this fragrance, and I've said it before. For me personally, this still holds the record for the fragrance that has gotten me the most compliments in one day. And I love the note of rose. Again, this is a special fragrance to me, not because it's gotten compliments, but just because I just love the DNA of this fragrance so much, and there's some great memories attached to it as well. But I wear it often enough to say that typically this is not the kind of DNA that most people reach for on a daily basis, but again, I still wear it more often than a lot of others. So it's from the house of Frederic Malle, again, Portrait of a Man. All right, guys, this next fragrance is one I've gotten within the past couple months, and I've already got a pretty big dent. I need to slow down because this fragrance costs a lot of money, but I love it. I cannot get enough of this fragrance. Truly, this is one that's addictive to me. This is from Boadicea Victorious. This is Blue Sapphire. This is Blue Sapphire. My God, guys, whatever you've heard about this fragrance that's good, believe it. Believe it, man. This is just, I haven't had it that long. I've already got a nice little dent in this bottle. By my standards. It's right here. And it was full when I got it. It was full when I got it. Guys, you gotta smell this thing. Just at least get it's expensive. I'm not telling you to go blind buy something this expensive. Get a decant. If you like rose, you're gonna love this. Even if you don't like rose, you'll probably like it. The rose is not overly dominant. It's like some other florals in here and some nice candied citruses with there. Just give this fragrance a very unique DNA. I've never smelled anything like it. My gosh, this is good, man. From Boadicea Victorious. If you can, check it out, man. It's Blue Sapphire. The next fragrance on the list is an oldie but goodie for me. I've already been through a whole 50 ml bottle of this. I have 100 ml now, and it's got a dent. From the house of Tom Ford, this is Oud Wood. Now, again, I've already been through a 50 ml bottle, and this 100 ml is all the way down to here already. Oud Wood is oud good, and those words sum this fragrance up to a T. Love this. Can't get enough of it. So many great memories attached to this fragrance. And again, it's just a kind of sophisticated fragrance for me. It's sophisticated, but I love the versatility of it because I can actually kind of wear this in a more casual setting as well. So there's no wrong time, there's no wrong place, there's no wrong season or reason to wear this scent. Again, it's always going to contribute to the number of times that I grab it and put it on my skin. From the house of Tom Ford, this is Oud Wood. And last but not least, this fragrance is in heavy rotation in my collection as well. This is from the house of Mancera. This is Cedrat Boise. Cedrat Boise. I have the intense version as well. I wear them both. I just chose this one. It has more of a dent than the intense version because that one is newer. Don't have to say a lot about this fragrance, man. It has leather in here. It has bergamot that really comes off like pineapple, but I think it's a bergamot note. Sandalwood. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And again, it doesn't smell that much like Aventus. But it's from the house of Mancera. This is Cedrat Boise. But all right, guys, that is my time. What are some fragrances in your collection that you just reach for more often than others? What fragrances do you wear the most as well? I would love to hear about your top 2 down in the comment section. As always, I sincerely appreciate your time and attention to these videos. I know you guys don't have to watch, but you do, and I appreciate that. And don't forget, take a few moments to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks out there, man, that you think could use this information or find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren. I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side.